Hey everyone, it's Katie again from Katie's Shelf Life. For this video, I wanted to do a favorite albums of 2022. So we're at our record shelf. So still a shelf, just different shelf. All of these opinions are my own. Everyone has extremely different music tastes. My music tastes kind of range all over the place, but they pretty much are comfortably set in like the emo, post-punk, indie kind of realm. Most of these albums fall within that, but I wanted to do this. This is kind of different, and this is going to be like the lead up to my favorite books of this year, or favorite books that I read this year. I did write a little something about each album just because I thought it would help me be a little more cohesive. So we're gonna go into it. These are my top albums of the year. A couple of them are out, the ones I did have. I'm still trying to find some of the other albums that are my favorites. I actually just went to the record store, couldn't find my #1 album. I could order it, but I really, really want to find it and add it to my collection. It's kind of like a challenge at this point. I forgot to mention in the very beginning of this video that the way I pick my favorite albums there's lots of different music that I love, but the way I pick my favorite albums is if I can listen to it at any point in the album, if I can just start it on any song, great. It's easy to have a lot of songs that you like from albums. You may not like the album as an entirety, and that's totally fine. You can still love a band, you can still love an album. But the way I pick my end of the year every year is if I love the album start to finish, and if I can listen to it straight through, no issues, every song is a banger, that's how I know it's a favorite, and that's how I make my decisions on it will live as my favorite album for that year. I have some favorite songs from this year, and these are songs that have been released as singles without an album yet. There should be an album coming out in 2023, and I'm hoping that those albums will make it onto my end of the year 2023 list in a year. But the first song from that is Paramore's This Is Why and Polacheck's Sunset. Honorable mention albums. They didn't quite make it to my top for various reasons, but they're still favorite albums. The first being AltJ's album, The Dream, the Wonder Years album, The Hum Goes On Forever, Reliqa's I Don't Know What I Am, and Devine, Nothing's Real, So Nothing's Wrong. All right, so going in some sort of order from very good, like top favorite, to absolute favorite. So starting off, we are going to start first with Murder by Death, which is actually up here. The album is Spellbound, and my favorite song is Incantation. This is a top 5 band of all time for me. It's probably in my top 3. They've been together for over 20 years. Brooding, orchestral, indie rock, drawing from country, folk, rock, and musical theater, which is a very common theme in most of the music I like. I love some drama and kind of musical theater vibes and just drama. Western Gothic perfection. They have a cult-like following and create an entire album inspired by the novel Finch by Jeff Vandermeer. So they're a solid band in my book. I have seen them one time live. Unfortunately, I have not been able to see them any other time here in Houston. And when I saw them, it was incredible. Like, just a crowd that is completely dedicated to a band who sings along to every single song. I'm normally pretty much in most concerts kind of off to the back, but with this one, I was up front and I was having the best time ever. They just draw in a crowd. They're phenomenal. They actually do shows. They do every New Year. They do a full 3 or 4 shows at the Overlook Hotel where The Shining was filmed. They're effing awesome.
When you turn up on me, I cast thee out. You shall become alone as we watch like hawks on a pole, crossing into the mist, straying over the boundary. See them
we have Bartees, the album Farm to Table. My favorite song off this record is Wretched. Bartees was raised by a opera singer mother and introduced him to formal musical training and voice, and you can really tell, like, his arrangements are spot on, just great. As a teen, he discovered hardcore and emo from the Midwest and Deep South, and later found inspiration from bands like Block Party, Robin, and Bon Iver, and you can really tell in this song the influences of Block Party and Robin. This album caught me by surprise with its genre-bending dance-like songs mixed with thoughtful lyrics. I hope you enjoy.
I can't be here, lost and abandoned. Nobody asked me. I cannot stand by you. There's days that I go off stranded. Nobody follows, nobody sees what's true. There's days that I wanted to be through. And every day I toss and turn. My life is wrong without you. I took the keys to the lift. I said the guy when I said I know the fuck what I was. I know they don't want to move to death. I wish I could die in the room. Sometimes it's hard but you know I'm paying for it.
Black Country New Road, the album is Ants from Up There, and the song is The Place Where You Inserted the Blade. A merging of post-rock with jazz-inflected post-punk, they broke up roughly a day after this album came out, or a few days before it came out. Just a non-stop exciting album full of surprises and layers upon layers of sound. Almost every instrument that could be played on this album is played on this album, and at times one song has every instrument going at one time. Full of horns, layering, it's a feast. Like, you will listen to it over and over and constantly find something, a new level of instrumentation that is just so clever and so well done and shouldn't work, but absolutely works.
Darling, the rest of my body, it's yours then. I know you're scared. Well, I'm scared too. Oh, but every time I try to make lunch for anyone else in my head, I end up dreaming of you, and you come to me. Good morning.
Okay, now we're getting into it. These are my top three. Ghost, the album is Impera. My favorite song is Darkness at the Heart of My Love. This song is a ballad in a sense. It's kind of a love song. If you can get a love song from a Swedish metal band, this is a longtime favorite band, probably my top 5. Swedish theatrical rock and metal band. Before they blew up on TikTok, this album really made them blow up on TikTok. I don't have a TikTok, but I saw it going around and sort of enjoyed the content that was coming out from it. Glad more people were finding out about Ghost, but I liked them before. One of the wildest live shows. We went to this live show back in February, and the amount of people that dress up as Papa it's wild. We were at a huge, it was like Toyota Center level of crowds. Say this, metal ABBA, that is all. And I hope you enjoy.
There's a darkness at the heart of my love that runs cold, runs deep. The darkness at the heart of my love, so old, so sweet. There's a darkness at the heart of my love that runs cold, runs deep. The darkness at the heart of my love, so old, so sweet. And all this time you knew.
All right, runner up for favorite album. It was really tough to call this one because this is my #1 band of all time. But it's Pinegrove with their album 1111, and my favorite song is Respirate. This is their 6th album. It's a blend of indie rock, folk, and alt country. This album focuses on grief, politics, and an overall feeling of needing community to get through it all. 1111 is a wish for connection, a balm for our individual and group pain. This is a really special band to me. I don't feel that anyone else is making music quite like them. Their sounds are just beautifully layered with thoughtful lyrics, beautiful instrumentation. They're doing something really, really cool. I saw them live probably the week before the pandemic shut down, and I think that kind of helped carry me through some really tough times, and just continually listening to their music through the roughest times of the past 3 years. And they are 100% my favorite band to ever exist and to ever create music that I will continue to listen to over and over and never get bored of.
I try to take it easy, take it day by day, and just do my best to respirate. We're having a hard time now, finding a good way.
All right, my favorite album of the year from start to finish. This album just knocks it out of the park, and it is Pool Kids with their self-titled album. And my favorite song off this album, which was really hard to pick, is Conscious Uncoupling. Math-influenced emo group from Tallahassee, Florida. They put out amazing music videos for this album, which just pumped me up even more for it to come out. Led by the vocalist and guitarist Christine Goodwin. What start as breakup songs and heartbreak completely break the mold and completely caught me by surprise on my first listen, and surprised me when a song switched tempo and overall vibe and took me gently someplace else. Almost every song on the album does this. It starts off one way and it just turns and turns and changes, and it makes complete sense, the changes that are happening. It doesn't catch you off guard in the same, like in a jarring way, but in a way where you're like, damn, that is great writing. Just lyricism and musicality. This entire album is perfection. Start to finish, I never get bored listening to the entire album. I can start it anywhere, but if I can listen to it the whole way through, the experience is just great. And please give me more female emo-inspired bands, please and thank you, for the next 2023 year. But from now on, we need way more women in emo music. We just need more. And to end this video, like we will end every video, remember to read what you like and don't judge others for what they read or listen to. Take care of your shelf and always be kind. See you in the next one.